Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're going to be comparing all of the different Recon armors from Halo 3 by McFarlane, and yes, you can has Recon. So you're probably thinking, Anthony, you're screwing up. You have 2 reds and 2 blues. What gives? Are you losing it? What's going on, man? And so here's the thing. These in the middle are the reward figures. They only came as armor. You had to get a body from another figure and weapons. So ignore the weapons they're holding. Ignore the stripe colors. That's all up to you, whichever one you use. So those were just the helmets and the armors. So the thing about those is those only match the earlier versions because, as you can tell, the colors have changed throughout the years. The clear one, which was also a reward exclusive, you also only got the armor for that. The only clear that actually matches it is the EVA one. It's the one that matches it exactly perfectly. Mine is slightly yellow for the body. That's because I think it was an ODST, or I don't know, it was something else. I didn't know at the time that that was going to yellow, but whatever, it's close enough. So those 3 are the reward exclusives from the Halo points that came on the UPCs. These ones up here, the pink and the light blue, are from the Anniversary series. They both came with plasma rifles, and that is what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, they were variants of each other. They weren't actually in the wave separately. They were variants, so that's interesting. Also, they came with the sword hilt as an accessory, the plasma energy sword, plasma sword, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, that one is a bit pank, and that one's a little bit blue, so that's not very good. And he's got a red stripe. He's got like a salmon colored stripe. I don't know what's up with that. They also got a little sloppy with the visors. They're not quite as gold. See the gold on that one? Compare it to the gold on that one. Maybe you can't tell in the video, but the new ones aren't quite as nice. The blue one is a much nicer gold on the visor than that one. That being said, the paint job on the body is pretty good on the new ones. Then lastly, we have down here the other 3 iterations of Recon. Included in that batch are the white Recon, which is from the metal edition. He has, what is it, a Killionaire? I think this is Killionaire. I don't know, I forgot. I stopped keeping track, paying attention after I got so many of them. So he's got that metal, and he has 2 pistols. Really nice design, I think, with the white. The white suits the Recon armor pretty well, and he's got like a dark bluish teal stripe. Only problem is somebody derped up on his face. He looks horrible on his face, and that's actually fairly common on this batch. I don't know what happened. They painted all the Recons pretty well. I know some of them snuck through and look okay, but most of the white Recons have pretty horrible face paint. The other metal edition is the sticky metal, which is kind of funny because he doesn't even come with a true plasma grenade. He does come with a spike grenade, which is okay, except his left hand can't hold it, so that's not okay. He can hold it in his right hand, but it's not the right hand, no pun intended, or double entendre, or whatever you want to call it. And he also comes with the brute shot, which his right hand can't hold because he has a standard hand with not even a trigger finger. So really, the reason I have him standing at that is because he can't hold any of his weapons properly. He does have a nice paint scheme. It's a little glossy, and he does have that ugly macaroni and cheese colored stripe, but the gray looks pretty good. And then lastly, we have the, I think it was San Diego Comic-Con 2009, I want to say 9, could be wrong on that, 2000 whatever it was, Recon Griff Ball variant. So he came with the actual Griff Ball right there, and a hand to hold the Griff Ball, which is very surprising because usually Tor doesn't do stuff like that. Cheap. But he does have that, so that's pretty good. And he came with the sword hilt and the hammer. I know you wouldn't hold all 3 at the same time, being that Griff Ball, you don't do that, but he came with all that good stuff. Decent paint scheme, not the best. It's a little glossy. The dark blue stripe goes well with the orange though, so it looks good, and I do like it. So that is the rundown on all of the Recon armors. They're pretty good. I think if I was going to pick any, I would try to hunt down the reward exclusives. The original dark blue and the dark red, I think, are the best. And just to point out, that dark blue, it's really hard to tell. You probably won't be able to tell on camera, but the dark blue is semi-metallic, so that's really nice looking in person. The light blue looks okay, but it's not accurate. I don't think that color was in the game. And then same thing for the reds. The red's not metallic to my knowledge. Maybe it has a hint in there. but even so, the light red isn't quite as accurate, even though they did a good job with it. So either way, it's up to you. You know, pick whatever you like. Personally, if I could find a white one with a good visor, I'd probably pick that up because it's really cool. But there you go. Oh, I want to point out, he doesn't have a dual wielding hand, so that's not good. He only has a regular secondary hand, so he can barely hold it. And the pistols have the pegs built in. Don't know why, so that's kind of ugly as well. You know what? Maybe get the griff ball one if you don't mind that. I don't know. It's up to you. They all have their little nitpicks, but either way, they're pretty good, so go pick them up if you can. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.